My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm. Time to put down another one of these old settlementes, and in fact I will be going with what I teased earlier at the very end of the last episode, and that is placing myself between these two modifiers, the Barren Lands and the Watchtower. So the Royal Guard is going to be watching over the region, which means discovering glades does not increase hostility. That is one of the most common sources of increased hostility in the entire game. So, yay! Nice not to have that. It'll also allow me to open up pretty much all of the small glades immediately, knowing a lot more of my resource base, and then open the dangerous glades as I assume I can finish those missions. Then we also have barren lands. The soil is too acidic, so there's no fertile soil anywhere in the region. I do want to be able to resolve events at a reasonable and convincing rate. So instead of having 6 people, 3 of which are beavers and 3 of which are harpies, having 5 foxes and 2 lizards does have an appeal. Foxes and lizards overlap and they both like training gear. And if I got a training gear delivery line, in fact, not only would I be able to support them, I'd also be able to open up a lot more of the chests in areas that I'm breaking into. Yeah, I really like this. Let's also tick up to Prestige 7, so we have all of the modifiers we had previously, as well as higher food consumption. As for final spends on embarkation resources here, I really wish I could just go fabric and bricks and immediately house my lizards. I could just take fabric, do it, ish. They overlap in a need for training gear, pickled goods, and skewers. Okay. Yep, I think I will probably go with one of the stone resources as well as the vegetables, just get them both over the line of hunger this early on. This one's an easy Eloisia. Let's do it. Take the stone and the villagers. Sorry, not the villagers, the vegetables, rather. Perfect. You also have Strange Visions, a plus 20% chance of doubling the yield each production cycle for villages that are housed. So I have extra incentive to house everyone as quickly as possible. Humans are also here, which means we have a second character that likes porridge. And in fact, we also have the field kitchen for the base creation of porridge. I would just need to get some water as well. Okay. Oh, there's a source of water. And in fact, it's a source of drizzle water, which might be the most efficient for the production of porridge. Yeah, it is. You need the least drizzle water to create porridge. Other than that, you're using vegetables and basically whatever resources we're looting from around the area. I haven't really been using the Forsaken Altar, and I'm trying to see if I can avoid entirely using it at all. Because it costs us metagame resources. And that can be pretty harsh. I only have 1 small glade nearby that I can open up, but it opens up immediately into another 2 small glades next to itself. Let's also pop down some additional scaffolds here, as per the usual. That'll do it. Set us up to speed 4, and that's the beanery. That's the best porridge production in the game. The only problem is if I'm going to invest a camp into this, I have to be certain that I'm going to consistently get the resources to make it. So grain, herbs, mushrooms, and vegetables. Grain and herbs both appear. Mushroom and vegetables do not, and grain and herbs are not common either. Which makes that beanery significantly less valuable than it otherwise might be. Nuri. I mean, oil's not bad really ever. But also there's not that much meat, not that much vegetable on this map. There might be a lot of plant fiber. There's a reasonable amount of plant fiber because you're getting some from the trees, but still then it's like, yeah, 5%. Oof. Incense isn't bad here. Incense is in fact quite good as, I mean, sure, we could also create tea for the foxes here, but incense is religion for both the humans and the lizards. And biscuits just for the humans, unfortunately, here. I'm leaning beanery, except for the fact that I can't really, you know, resources. I'm gonna take the beanery, and I'm gonna try and solve my inability to use it. Furnace for copper bars, bricks, and pie. I am looking to solve my base resources, and there is copper here, and pie is loved by humans as well as the lizards. It seems hard not to take furnace here. Butcher would also be pretty good, but unfortunately it's asking for meat or insects, and there's just not that many of these on this map. Furnace? Up until this point I still would have taken a workshop. But now that I'm about to take something for fabric production, I don't think a workshop is appropriate anymore. A granary for fabric production, and humans can even store themselves in here because it's a farming proficiency and humans are good at that. So this would be good for fabric production as well as pickled goods production. Gonna have to get a early crude workstation down as well. Let's up the priority of the woodcutters. And then the crude workstation, I only need you to create enough fabric and bricks that I can create the buildings we need to. So I have enough bricks already on lock. So I only need to create 4 fabric. I don't have a plank production facility online, but at least with humans, I was about to say, at least with humans, lizards, and foxes, I'm not gonna need it that early, but I actually do think I do, still. Hostility from open glades is lowered by 6 each. I don't have hostility from opening glades, so let's get a lizard standing at the firekeeper position instead. Much more effective for our resolve, even if that's not particularly relevant right now. +2 to stone production? That's a lot of stone. That's the ability to open chests with just stone. There's also driving water. Water is not only used to power machines. Woodcutting will increase in 10% for each 150 units of water used in rain engines. I'm gonna use water from rain engines, but I might not use it in rain engines, if that makes much sense. The fact that I already have some stone deposits near base makes it much more reliable to just take the steel pickaxes here. Otherwise, that might be a bit of a tough sell, you see. Funding the expedition, I already have the tools, so I would immediately be able to get 5 parts and cut through the forest to discover 3 glades. I'm in. I have to rebuild or salvage 1 destroyed building. The thing is, this is another +1 to stone production, which I don't really need. versus the other one, which is 5 parts, as well as 10 fabric and 10 bricks. So that would... This just puts me off to such a ridiculous start. Okay, now I can easily take Lost in the Woods, because I am going to be opening glades constantly. +1 to insect production doesn't make sense when I can't produce insects. Deactivate the construction of that crude workshop because the other buildings can... Wait, hang on. No, they're short of planks. That's what's going on here. Okay, never mind. Wake up that crude workshop, thank you. And I need to make 10 planks in there. Forest Camp, Trappers Camp, Rain Mill, Apothecary. So the Rain Mill's main value here is the best in-house production of flour. Best in class production of flour. The only problem is renewable resources of flour are hard to come across. I'm gonna hold on to that blueprint for a bit. Let's get one of each of you in the crude workstation starting to make some stuff, because I'm gonna need planks for the drizzle water geyser as well. Did I already try to put down the beanery? I don't think I did. Ah, there we are. The beanery. And let's lay you down there. I want that to make porridge, and I want it to make it out of vegetables. Can I tell people to stop eating all my vegetables so I can make porridge out of them instead? Thank you. I'm not going to be making pies anytime soon, so I don't really need to change the consumption habits otherwise, but this one's going to be important. I have found some wheat, at least. I mean, I have no free workers. I can kind of just let people go here for a while. Oh man. I could cut through I mean, a lot of forest, granted, but I could cut through 2 small glades in order to get into a forbidden glade. What if I never went to a dangerous glade, just forbidden glades and small glades, thank you. Forbidden will be hard for me to resolve without additional resources, so I don't imagine I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ham here and cut my way irresponsibly quickly in any other situation into 2 additional small glades, because if I just happen to find where the archaeologist's building would go, oh boy, the value would be insane. And also, not for nothing, it's another 2 glades for the sake of Lost in the Woods. And if I find a ruin in there, unlikely, but I could. It's even better. Okay, as soon as I start to deliver these planks, the workstation's gonna start falling apart. Okay, start of the storm. Horrors from beneath. Villagers working in a mine get significantly lower resolve and looming darkness. So the only real threat that we're facing right now is the foxes and the lizards are gonna lose how much? Yeah, 4 hostility. 4 resolve for each level here, which means, yeah, they're going down to negatives. In order to resolve this, I'm looking to get big shelters online as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I can take 3 woodcutters off the job, put 1 of you in a crude workstation, 2 of you in the warehouse, and keep on keeping on. Ooh! New villagers that I can welcome on in. Say it ain't so. I need to start collecting food though as soon as possible. Otherwise, very quickly, none of this is going to matter at all. Fewer foxes, please. I'd like more humans. They're much easier for me to house. Okay. Additional drizzle water production. There's also some dewberry bushes out here. And some additional grain. Okay, with that additional grain, I think I'm on the... I think I'm off of the fence, rather, and I'm gonna make a rain mill. That said, I should still house everyone first. Didn't I tell you all not to? Okay, I told you all not to eat the vegetables. I guess vegetables have just been delivered somewhere for some reason then. Let's get up to 50 poridgi at any time. In order to support that, I gotta get a drizzle geyser up. Okay, let's also set this furnace to produce what we need. So if I have porridge and pies both being produced, then I actually don't need to worry about food otherwise, which is nice. It's just the production chain that makes porridge and pies is still pretty thick. Many different units involved. Human colony. Yeah, that's not happening. Fox population though. Druid's hut. I do want the Druid's hut. Great oil preparation. How much do I want the Druid's hut? 8 for the foxes. I could deliver 50 stormwater as well as 5 packs of provisions. That's so much easier. But 5 parts for having those foxes. That's much better. I do want 5 parts as my reward, thank you. Work break. Don't fell any trees for 510 seconds. And that is a timed order. Don't fell any trees for... Food production speed is increased by 15% for every 50 units of drizzle water stored. Hilariously, that actually would be pretty impactful for me, because I can store, 100 drizzle water in this geyser pump, and then another 100 drizzle water in this geyser pump, and suddenly just have plus 60% production speed for all food. The only thing is that also doesn't matter at all to me. It would give me the ability to burn through my resources much more quickly than I can afford. 2 insects every time a woodcutter cuts down a tree during the storm. I mean, I would love to get some insects. Hostility is reduced by 10 points for every time you sell goods worth 30 amber. I'm always really happy about that one as well. I think I'm going to hold on to that choice for a moment as well. I really just want people to continue doing what they're doing so I can get as many planks up as possible, but I know that I should a bit more responsible. If I'm gonna welcome new people in, I want to welcome them as soon as possible. So that I can actually utilize them. Hostility is reduced by 10 points every time you sell. Oh no, one of the orders ephemeral, of course. That's the don't fell trees. We give woodcutters 20% faster movement. 510 seconds. Good lord. That's so long. I don't think I can do that. And I don't really want to take the rain engines, so I'm going to take cellar, I guess. 4 buildings with rain engines installed. You know what? Encourage me to use rain engines. Why not? I'm not taking cooking steam for the same reason. That seems absurd. We desperately need to break into another glade as well. This one's the nearest, so I will take it. Great, we do have a ruin. As well as a ritual I can't afford to perform. And I don't have enough coal to do that either. Woof. A large field of reeds. Something here I can break open in order to get some reeds. Sadly, reeds aren't a solution to this puzzle. I can make scrolls at the rain mill, which would give me the ability to perform that ritual. Let's have a look at the production capacity of the rain mill. With the amount of pigment I currently have, I would be able to make 24 scrolls. So what's the likelihood I can make enough scrolls to complete this by the end? Very high. It's very, very, very high. Okay, I kind of want to sleep the production on all of these. And in fact, I'm going to destroy that big shelter. And then replace it. And then sleep the new production so that I get to keep my 5 planks. Because I need to use those planks as soon as possible to make the rain mill. And then use the scroll production facility in the rain mill. I'm just gonna get the woodpecker technique and stop thinking about it. Alright. Event-wise, I feel like we're comfortable. Now about our production chains. Still got a deep plank reliance on a building that's making them exceptionally slowly. We're about to welcome a couple new people into the area. Do I feel like I'm gonna want a ranch? I mean, like, I could have 2 lizards just constantly working a ranch, and that's a renewable source of meat. The only thing is, I also need a renewable source of other things, such as reeds. Reeds would do that for me. Okay, maybe we're a lot neater on this than I would have thought. That small encampment pops, and we'll have a bunch of people to actually start working on building these buildings. Rain mill is the It's -1 in production speed. But still, that doesn't matter. It'll come up. And I'll store, I guess, a single human in there. Because if they ever double one of their production resources, then I'm already solved. Humans do love to double their productions. This geyser pump should come up soon as well. Favor the lizards before they run away. Yes, but I can't just have the foxes run away then. If I take a single person off of wood cutting, that's going to be enough. Oh no, the lizards are still mad. Oh, that's a problem. That lizard will like being in the furnace. They get a +5 resolve when they're in some area they like. So as long as I store the lizard in here, I will be comfortable. Woof. I need to get this housing up post-haste. Please make more planks more quick. Thank you. Would be appreciated. The beanery itself I can't run yet until I've got the production facility up. I guess I should probably put more people in the camp. This resolve is low. This will kill one of my villagers, but I also do have additional villagers. And it will reduce hostility each time a villager is killed in that way. Also, it will do it retroactively. Very helpful. Okay, let's get these 2 big shelters unslept. Favor the foxes in time to prevent the foxes from running away. And then I have to hope the homes come up in time that the lizards don't run away. Oh my god. How does everyone hate me so much right now? Yeah, I lost a lizard there. I don't understand what I'm doing to incur their wrath. Even sacrificing wood in this storm now to get through it. Sorry, not in this storm. In this season. Blight Rust will increase hostility by 15 during the storm. Don't have to worry about that. It can give me an impatience point. I just have no clue why people are so mad. Oh, they're hungry. Oh. Oh, is it because I told them not to eat the vegetables and I didn't give them anything else to eat? That seems like that might have something to do with definitely the entire cause. Oops. Well, I need additional food production yesterday now. I have enough to get my geyser pump going on. I should just let them eat the vegetables at this point. Lest I lose because of this. There we go. I'm now low on food, but I've removed starving from some folks. Let's get a geyser pump going on. Storm's rolling in, we're still hungry. Woof. Okay, I've got 32 scrolls. Woohoo! Now I just need to get the Altar of Decay done. And if I do that now, I can avoid having to do it during the storm. I don't have any blight rot cysts right now, so easy time to do it, and that killed a human. All good. Gotta break a couple eggs, etc. With these people housed here now, I should also try and get down a park. Just to increase our resolve across the board. And I'm going to take a bunch of woodcutters off the job as soon as we roll into the new season. There we go. If I accept these newcomers, I will have to take another woodcutter off the job. I have enough wood this season to do that. And I want everything except for Fox's mind. Let's try and make sure that I have people in all of the available production buildings doing useful things. Because I had to take them off of their other jobs. Okay, these two additional humans. I have now got the resources to start trying to make beam. Although rudely, that building actually is preferred by the foxes, and in fact if I put them in there, I think they'll be happy enough, yes, that I'm not going to have to worry about them through this storm. There's so many more additional, Oh, you died of hunger. I'm trying to feed y'all. Woof. I'm gonna automate your job. But I really, really need this Altar of Decay now, because it's gonna produce a lot of hostility savings for us. Probably don't need as much frizzle water as I'm producing right now as well. There we go, our plus resolve from finally increasing the level of our hearth. Furnace is up to 25. I'm not making flour yet. I do want to. What can I put into a pie that otherwise wouldn't be edible? Nothing. So it doesn't really solve my food problem. I'm gonna open this medium abandoned cache just to get the roots, some food resources. I'm gonna want to turn wheat into porridge before I turn it into flour. Get out of that building, no need for you right there. Although, I guess you could stay and make a couple copper bars if you'd like. Having a couple of them just standing by at all times does seem useful. I should definitely salvage that ranch as well. Completes a mission for us. That's another blueprint online. As well as the other resources that we'll get from completing it. So a +1 to stone and clay production ongoing, as well as 6 tools. Yeah, I don't want a building rush in order to get a brewery and +5 ale for only the humans to enjoy leisure. And that's so many So many resources we'd have to put into that. Because the aesthetics resources used to be 1 plank. I believe they're now 2. And the harmony resources used to be 1 plank, 1 brick, and 1 fabric. It's now 2 of each. Pyromania. Burn a bunch of blight rot cysts. I mean, it'll eventually happen, but realistically, power of the drizzle. Drizzle water and rain engines, production buildings. Yeah. Ooh, forest fascination. Cut through the forest to discover 6 glades. And if I can do that in 10 minutes and 30 seconds, which I don't even know if I can, if I dedicated all of my people exclusively to woodcutting, I'm not sure I could complete that. But I would get +5 to copper bar production as well as 3 global resolves, so I should be absolutely certain about that before I say that I can't do it. Because it would be good. Oh man, mushroom production increasing by +1 every time it's produced. So good. I wish I could take it. Training gear delivery line. Does that count as producing? I have to suspect it doesn't. So I don't think it would increase the resolve of lizards. Small press. I mean, yeah, I could get some oil while making flour, and I do want to make flour at some point, but I'm not going to be making that much. It's a toughie. I'm leaning towards reroll. Gain a lizard for every 25 eggs produced. +2 to herb production's nice. So's the grain delivery line. And the root delivery line, frankly. I'm gonna take the grain delivery line literally just because I am starving right now, and any additional grain for the sake of making porridge is gonna be worth its weight in gold. I mean, I don't think I can do that. And even then, I wouldn't be able to deliver 10 tools at the same time easily. 2 dangerous glades with very little time in between. I do like doing that, and it would give me a bunch of pipes. But also, pickled goods production's nice here. It's a lot of food for people. And the dew allows me to house the foxes effectively. Sure. Let's see exactly how much hostility we managed to lose with this new event. Oh, that seemed really significant. Negative 20 points of hostility every time a villager leaves or dies. And it's added retroactively, so I'm not so sad about the people we've already lost. Ooh. Oh, that's good. And then we've rebuilt. Ah, never mind. I would definitely have the 10 tools to deliver. A butcher, a smokehouse, a smithy, and clothier. I mean, I now do technically have a source of wood. It's just not great. But I think I should still take the butcher. Two people like jerky? No, 1 person likes jerky, 2 people like skewers. So the jerkery definitely wouldn't have been correct. Let's fill back up the woodcutters' camps, obviously. Grain mill will need to start running soon as well, actually. So let's try and gain some additional people from other resources and throw them over there. And then the beanery. Wait, no, we're not going to go for flour early. We're going to go for beans early. Okay, I'll leave one builder open at the moment. Still making plan? Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense. Get another person back on the job. I thought I was making far too many planks, as it turns out. Nope. It was just a visual error on my behalf. There we go. Small foragers camp now with 2 humans in, with the additional chance of double yields. In fact, their double yield chance right now should be like 30%. Yeah, proficiency gives them plus 20%, plus 10% rather, and focused, the drizzle modifier, is giving them another plus 20. We also do get a decent amount of roots out of reeds. Okay, made a reasonable amount of copper bars and some bricks. Still don't have flour, so you can roam free. In fact, I'd like to use you to decorate. Just a wee little. And I'll try not to be as lazy as I usually am with the decorations here. Ta-da! That'll do. Additional black rot cysts have appeared. However, I believe, yes, as I'm about to raise the level of the hearth, I don't have to worry about building a light post yet. Any more blight rot cysts, and I would. Okay, so we can get another small glade up there. And another one down here. And realistically, I should probably be working towards small glades the entire time. Which is kind of what I'm doing by just keeping these both over on this side of the map. Just trying to clear out towards a bunch of small glades, 3 of them over on the right. I could use bricks as well as a couple of pipes in order to increase the capacity. I don't think that's necessary though. I'm not building a ridiculous enough amount of forage. Newcomers! And I do just want as many newcomers here as I can get. Because if they run away at all, I just lose hostility, so I'm not going to be too sad about that at all. Don't even need... Well, I guess I do need some additional housing. Let's get a single human house down. And if I can put down 2 lizard houses, I'll do that as well. Got a bunch of freestanding workers at the moment. Happy to see that. Probably one of you should be trying to produce meat right now, though. 2 more foxes, and I might be able to complete my fox population early on just by favoring them. Probably the neatest way to do it. Got a lot of sources of copper here. I'm just not certain what I would actually... Like, this is the densest source of copper, and it was near my home base. But I'm just not certain what I would do with that copper. Yes, I do have the ability to smelt it into copper bars very easily. The only thing is, how do the copper bars help me? I have a granary for better production of pickled goods if I want to do it. I do have some water skins and I do have some barrels, but I have enough to just feed people suddenly if I need to, I guess. So, you know what, sure. Let's get some people in that granary. Then I'll leave one freestanding fox. Okay, we're about to roll into the storm. No one's working in a mine, so I don't have to worry about the horrors from beneath. I believe we can just roll through this. There's not going to be enough corruption to take the half because we've upgraded it appropriately. Alright. We're getting a reasonable amount of insects as well by cutting down these trees, you see? Not hugely in favor of how difficult it is to find grain right now, though. And even less so in favor of the fact that if I do find a really good source of grain, I'm actually not going to be able to utilize it. Wait, do I make packs of crops? Ugh. I only made one. And I've made enough fabric. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to pickle some goods. It's gonna be one of these three that has the archaeologist spot, and I'll finally be able to do that. Ooh. 3 ancient tablets and 4 glades. Then I'll get 20 pottery every time I discover a new glade, but I'll also get 2 wildfire essences and 12 tools, which I'll take the one that I can complete, thank you. Woodpecker technique, that's to be a second copy of it. 4 insects every time I cut down a tree during the storm. Rebellious spirit. 1 global resolve for every 2 impatience points. Every time a villager dies or leaves, impatience is increased by an additional 0.2 points. Yeah, I'm not gonna want that. And Master Blueprint, a collection of architectural drafts from an early period in the Citadel's history, unlocks all camp blueprints and unlocks all small camps to their advanced versions. But gathering speed is decreased by 50% until you use up at least 300 resource node charges. All camp blueprints, and upgrades all small camps to their advanced versions. I don't think I do enough gathering, frankly, to do that. So, gathering speed is decreased by 50%. The problem is I don't have that many... Oh, I do have a lot of nodes. But they don't require advanced things to do. I don't think I can pay the price of that. I'm leaning towards woodpecker technique. I'm leaning so far towards it, I've leant into it, and now we are doing the woodpecker technique. Lizards and foxes are both eating well. Glad to see it. I mean, as long as I'm producing porridge and pickled goods, I don't have to worry about people eating at all. I just have goods for them to eat. Betters for them to eat, rather. The archaeological discovery. I didn't think it was possible, but we did find it. So we can excavate it. The first stage of the process, the ancient skeleton, is to be unearthed. Or I could give it a bunch of wood and drizzle water, salvage it for +1, 2, or 15 crystallized dew, 20 pottery, and 2 essence. I've got a granary. It's probably easier for me to use fabric here and insects. And then let's store that with 3 motivated individuals. Those being our scouts. Each scout that is a fox assigned to a glade event reduces its working time by 5%. Perfection. Gotta make sure that I'm not overutilizing grain or eggs, because eggs are just made into pickled goods right now, and grain is just made into beans. So I'm not gonna want to use flour as a process at all for ages. This event's a goer. And in fact, it'll give me a 3rd ancient tablet. More newcomers, happy to see him. I only need 2 foxes right now, but I'm not gonna turn my nose up at getting a 3rd. Especially because the resources, the mushrooms, the plant fiber, the roots, these are all things that I still want. And that's why, this is what I wanted to make certain of, that my plant fiber is not, or rather my grain is not being consumed in the ranch. Very glad that's not the case. Feels like the beanery is making beans about as fast as the people can eat the beans. I'm not too worried about that. Same with the granary and the pickled goods. So I don't think I really need to store another person in there for the moment. So I can just let these people roam around doing... or fulfilling my scaffolding for a while. I've also got a lot of berries in different areas that I should pay attention to. Fox population's about to pop off. Small trappers camp has nothing nearby, that's fine. I've got more further up, and in fact I've just been building roads to that. Fox's population is done, so that's another 30 pickled goods. And a druid's hut for the creation of oil. Now, I'm not certain I'm going to want to create oil for a while. I already had an oil production facility. Realistically, that just comes down to my fuel as a resource. And because I'm using the worst available translation of wood into planks, that's gonna be a problem for a bit. Let's get a trading post down. And yeah, let's get the druid's hut up. And in order to have that druid's hut up, I'm going to need to get a couple folks back in here, starting to make more planks. Let's get a full limit of 15 going on. Excavation should come up soon. Actually, let's also make another human house. Just so that everyone is housed again, so I don't have to worry about anything that would affect them uniquely. No, nothing's going to affect them uniquely if they're not housed, but still, it's additional resolve if nothing else. Here we go. Archaeological discovery. We finished step 1. We can now salvage step 2 in order to get +1 to steel pickaxes, as well as some provisions, some fabric. Or we could excavate it with oil, which I can produce very efficiently, as well as scrolls, which I can produce. We get +1 tablet from doing that, and then we carefully excavate and conserve the skeleton, which will result in further rewards, I assure. Let's take the 2 of you off so that I can put you into the rain mill, and I am looking for the nastiest scrolls you can make. Oh, hello. I already have pipe production, don't I? Yeah, I've got pipe production. I don't need anything else. Temple for the more resources I burn, the lower my hostility. Market is good. Just straight up +10 carrying capacity. If you don't have the harpies in your base, so you can't put a harpy as your main firekeeper, your main hearthkeeper rather, this represents one of the largest increases to carrying capacity you can give your units. And then finally, there is the forum. I would have taken any of these that had brawling, because then that actually would be available to my units. But I think I'll take the market in lieu. Still really wanted plank production, but that's just not happening, I guess, eh? Maybe Druid's Hut's way easier for me to make incense at. Yeah, I guess it's technically easier than the pigment. Oh no, wait, I have another 9 pigment after the pigment I'm making now? No, I'm fine. I'm gonna take the scouts out of there. I also need to make oil, so the Druid's Hut needs to come up. Hello, Sahilda. Now, because we're on the Archaeologist's map, I'm not gonna want to sell my ancient tablet. In fact, I should probably build my Archaeologist's building now. I'm going to want to save my ancient tablets because the level ups in the Archaeologist's building give us bonuses based on the amount of ancient tablets we have. So ancient strength. Scouts carry 4 additional items and move 7% faster for every 2 ancient tablets in the settlement's warehouse. So if I get 1 more ancient tablet, that'll be 8 extra items and 14% extra move speed. Or scouts just work faster. The next level is one of my favorites, Decryption. Negative hostility for every ancient tablet in the warehouse. Villager loss can be prevented for the costs of an ancient tablet, or ancient practices. Extra double yield as a result of completed dangerous and forbidden glade events. Very powerful. Stupidly powerful. Yes, I have more efficient oil production available in a different building, but I also do just want to start making the oil right now. Never mind, I guess it's coming up fast enough. I was worried it wouldn't. Here it is. And here goes some oil production. Another blueprints come up. Still not gonna offer me the ability to resolve my Tinker is not bad. Good tool production, good training gear production. It will prepare me for the ability to actually utilize a brawling facility. It's still not going to offer me a brawling facility is effectively what I was going to complete that sentence with, by the by. As it turns out, yeah, the game isn't. I do want, like, some raw grain or vegetables here. I just don't think I have any resources I can really afford to get rid of. Everyone's going to be pretty sad, but I think I'll get through. Yeah. They're happy enough about the food that I'm giving them that they're okay with the weather being bad. Deliver all 15 of this oil, please. And I need to get... two of you as soon as you're done with your delivery. You're coming with me. Excavating. I prefer to use meat. Welcome to the Archaeologist's office, which is getting built at the moment. Three lizards in the main warehouse, just carting goods between places. That will certainly be helpful at least. What? What happened to the oil? I guess some of it must have immediately gotten burnt. Yeah, some of it immediately got burned in the hearth. That's fine. We delivered just a little more and we're good. Start excavating. 2.5 minutes. Alright. Let's have a look at our new order. Cultify. I'm definitely going to be giving people religion. So, need for religion fulfilled, as well as the delivery of 30 incense. Far more likely to happen. Moldy grain seeds. 3 mushroom for every 10 grain. I do like that. Ooh, 10 skewers for every 10 pickled goods produced. That just gives us additional food. And we do have as many people that like that as like pickled goods. So Zorg's secret ingredient is just double food production. Hell yeah. Of course, it only works here in the granary. Also, I've now got all of my scrolls, so I don't need additional stuff in there. Go back to the granary and continue making pickled goods, please. That said, we're going to run out of water skins and barrels very soon, so I don't actually have any production for that. I feel like I should break into a dangerous glade pretty soon as well. Okay, basic glade. I mean, yeah, more swamp resource. Ugh. We're gonna have to get up to 30 planks if I want to make the market, which I do. In fact, here's my dedication. Thunk. Alright. Next stage of archaeology complete. Let's have a look at this skeleton. Excuse me, what happened? Oh, newcomers. More pottery, thank you. That'll give me the ability to continue making the pickled goods for a period of time at least. Alright. Next stage is an excavation. Ooh. It's not going to be difficult for me to get to 25 copper bars, but it's probably going to be a lot easier to get to 25 incense. And 10 tools, happy to do it. So by completing this, we will get the reconstruction. The reconstructed skeleton of an ancient species of snake grants sea marrow and copper ore production, counts as 9 decorations of its type. We'll also get an additional cornerstone choice and 2 reputation points. Ah, so glad one of these finally came together. I should really wait until I have the incense before I start planning what I'm going to do with it. Okay. What else needs movement at the moment? I feel like I should probably just throw down a couple of camps. Gaining some additional resources. Here we go. Ooh. Hello. What are you? I can break you open for some eggs and berries? Sure. Sounds great to me. That's what the training gear delivery line is for. Even if I'm not utilizing it that way constantly. Alright. Yeah, I had to expect this day was coming sooner or later. I'm running out of grain again. And I'm gonna be entirely out of it real soon. And the incense is almost done, so it's time to start sending people there. After, I guess, the next delivery of incense. One more glade and I'll complete the archaeology mission as well. Should probably check in here and just... Yeah, there's a free upgrade that you get to start out, so let's go with a free upgrade. Scouts work 10% faster for every 2 reputation points gained from glade events. Every 2 hostility grants +1 to tool production. Which is not difficult for me to complete, I have scrolls. Ooh, negative hostility for each of them though. The problem is, I have a mission that wants me to turn in the ancient tablets. So I do feel bad just stacking benefits from ancient tablets. Maybe I just discovered the location of the second closest archaeological discovery so I can go there and complete it. Hello, Sothor. Well, it was lovely to see you. Have a good trip, see you next fall. I don't really have much I can do for you, friend. Nor vice versa. Small abandoned cache is about to be done. So I'll finally have some free workers. Don't really want to take anyone out of the beanery, you see. Passive sources of gain are immense for us. Speaking of immense, that is far too high of a hostility for this season, thank you, but I do still want to be cutting down trees during this season because I have 2 copies of Woodpecker Technique. What if I just lumped it? want. Many insects. T advanced rain collector supplier. So supplier would finally be some plant production as well as water skins, but the problem is water skins is, you know, leather. But it does solve exactly the problem that I said I had. How do you turn your nose up at that? I think the tiebreak for why I'm comfortable taking a couple more woodcutters off than I otherwise would have is because I also really want those people constructing things right now. Actually, how about a new strat? Where I burn wood? No, I'm not even gonna burn the wood. Screw it. No one's working in mines. No one's gonna go hungry. The global food production's slowed by 15%, so 45% this entire season. That's not great. Favoring's unavailable while the hearth is corrupted, which it is. But none of that is truly problematic. None of that need really change the way in which we play. Uh-oh. We've no longer got a consistent source of eggs generation. I can use other things. Ooh, insects to make eggs, eh? Okay. It's not that bad. Here's the sea serpent. Gain 10 sea marrow for every 10 copper ore produced. I guess now I can make a mine. Can't think of a great reason not to. There's the leather worker, but really, there's a tool shop as well. That's barrel production. 1-star barrel production mined. A clothier for coats, for the only one that likes wearing coats. Yeah, this is a wash. This is an opportunity to send Amber for a reroll at a later date. +2 to stone production, eh? I still haven't mined the stones that I had in my opening area. Let's do that. Safe haven. Hostility is reduced by 40 for every hearth. That's upgraded to neighborhood level. I'm gonna do that as soon as possible. I've got one already on neighborhood. And in fact, this one's ready to go to district. As soon as I pop down a couple more deco. Let's put a gated yard out the back of there. A single garden. Signboard next to it mentioning that that's the druid's hut, bush on the other side to prove that it's a druid's hut. And I need 2 more. Let's put some invasive species up near the park, just to show how well we're managing our public lands. Again, do I want as many people as possible, or do I want some pipes? Pipes could be useful. I'm gonna go with the pipes. Okay, now that that supply is up, it's finally time to take people out of the crude workstation. You know, I'll force a delivery there. The main warehouse will do that eventually. And then just get the supplier to make instead. So we're using only 5 planks per, and it's taking 35 seconds rather than 47 seconds and taking 8 planks. Much more efficient. So start cutting down some wood. I don't have anyone in the furnace at the moment. Heavily limiting my production of things. Yeah, please don't use clay, actually. I'm gonna hold on to that in case I want to make some pottery out of it. Oh no. Oh, the small forage camp has run out of stuff to get. Okay, so that's the grain is gonna start disappearing. Which means porridge is gonna become a lot harder to come by. So glad pickled goods are still going strong. What else can I make porridge out of? Nothing that I can really renewably get is the thing. I did want to produce pies at some point, but it feels like that's so inefficient compared to producing pickled goods and that also producing skewers. Pies are a long game kind of thing for us here. Yep, still hoping to get that reroll. Okay, I should start producing some packs. I have to use a makeshift post to do it, but that's fine. Some packs of provisions. And I can do that with insects. Make up to 50 oil at any one time, actually, because it's actually sick as hell. Get 2 humans in the makeshift post. Got 3 humans still free, doing nothing at the moment. Oh, 2 of them can go into the market, plus 10 to all people's carrying capacity. And then one of them will finish the decorations that gets us to our district for 10% extra chance of bonus yields. Mine's coming up. Gonna have to make sure that anytime we go to a storm, I'm ready to put everyone out of that mine. And here we are. It's year 6, so we've now got some additional blight. That'll be the next 10 blight cysts have appeared. Yeah, so I definitely need to be running a blight post right now. That said, the blight post can use oil for very efficient production. Oh, I should get more people out of work. Hello, Renwald. I want 10 incense from you, my man. Woof. The only resources they want are the ones I'm least comfortable selling. +3 in pie production. It's not awful. They'll just move 10% faster on roads. I do think that's worth 8. It's just whether I have anything worth enough of his. Admittedly, I'm mainly using meat at the moment. To make oil rather than actually the foodstuffs that anyone's eating. We're pickling eggs. Couldn't even pickle meat if we tried. Happy to pickle berries, though. Okay. So, to that end, I think I'm gonna wait until I get a little more meat, and then I will sell it. Let's get lizards in here with purging fire. They immediately consumed all of the oil to do so. I suppose I am making a lot of reeds, but I'm also consuming a lot of them to make fabric. Let's set a limit for fabric only to 25. Feels like it might have been a bit hasty to get it higher than that. Delivery of 10 is already coming in, which means that I should be able to increase this now. Great. That'll at least give me a 1-star relationship with that city. Thanks. Water skins. I've got to tell y'all not to use leather to make water skins. Sorry, to make the fabric, rather. So that I can use that leather to make water skins instead. Don't need more planks than that right now. Don't need more bricks than that right now. As much as I could get more copper than that right now, I don't need it. Realistically, I just need to shore myself up. That'll do it. For the oncoming storm, you see. Any other trade routes I really care about? I could get rid of 2 packs of crops, but I'm only getting 2 amber back for it, so it doesn't feel like I'm much benefiting there. I can juggle favor in order to make the lizards happy enough. In fact, they're already happy enough just by me completing the housing. That keeps everyone housed as well. And just making absolutely certain, but I do have the lizards in the blight post and they are starting to burn down cysts, okay? We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good, okay? It's gonna be fine. That's it. If people died, like, would I care? On a human level, sure. On a resource level, lower my hostility. Alright. I can sell 4 stacks of copper ore, but I really like to sell 5 stacks of copper ore instead. That's cool, selling 5 stacks of copper ore. Meat production's doing good right now as well. I can seldom believe that I've gotten this far without a second hearth already. It does feel like that's essential, and I kind of skipped that step. Hang on, how much stone do I have right now? Just in case I don't need any. 588. Yeah, I don't think I need any more stone right now, actually. Good lord. I really do want to put people in the mines. But like, oh, I can put 3 humans in the mines and they're fine. What about 1 fox? Okay, sure. The foxes are starving. How? I still have the resources that feed them. It's almost 40. Selling another 15 to the Smoldering City would get me to trade level 2 with them, which suddenly is so much more lucrative. Newcomers. I could accept 3 newcomers right now without rolling over to the next part of the limit. That'll roll us over, unfortunately. But I can start sacking some wood to keep us over the line for the moment. And then what? I just need to get some human housing down. Okay, camp has no suitable trees nearby. That's to be expected. I always had the opt-out of just suddenly starting to sack 2 more stacks of wood at the same time. So it was never really threatened there. So full 40. And man, I do want to sell a bunch of leather. Fabric. Oh, what? Lol. There's stones here that I decided not to sell yet. Let's do that. But if I sold enough fabric, that would get me a relationship with Blightwatch as well. Sure, let's do it. In fact, I think I now have enough yes for the reroll here, which is great because I really don't want any of those. This is perfect! Oh yeah! Okay, Clan Hall. Brawling and religion are available now. We have people that want religion, we have people that want brawling. I don't know whether I'm gonna put that down somewhere. Let's find where I can put down a little small hearth as well. I could make another small hearth like really nearby. Because I do just want to put down as many of them as possible. Sure. Blech. I didn't want to do that. Actually, hang on. With how many stones I have, it's time for paved roads. Where we're going. We don't need samples. Anywhere else that needs common walking? I mean, you know what? I'll do that right now. I have so much stone. Great. And that gives something, my workers something to do. New cornerstone rolls in. Lower hostility from woodworkers is really nice. Gives me the ability to run more woodworkers, not only just at the same time, but also during the storm. Travel route costs decrease is always nice. Saves me so many provisions over the course of a single run. Another woodcutter's camp that has nothing it can do right now. I mean, I guess I should probably get one over here. Woodcutter. You died to hunger? But I'm making porridge. I guess I am now generating more people than can be relied on to just eat porridge. Fine. I'm gonna start making eggs. Out of insects. I mean, at least it lowered my hostility again. Yeah, hey. New trade route open. Training gear. Uh-huh. Have as much as you'd like, buddy. Okay, I need to make more water skins. I've got the supplier. The supplier can make water skins out of leather. Let's get a couple of people stocked in there. In terms of leather, production can come. Ugh. It's not a great way to make leather, but I can use it. Got literally 40 people here. I can just spread them across. And we'll be doing so. First off, just move these 3 in here. Now I have 18! 16 people nearby. And I can very comfortably decorate for those 16. Two flower beds there, 2 bushes. Then I'll just need 1 more park. That'll also give us our our second neighborhood for another -40 to hostility across the board. Woohoo! Hello, Bliss. Oh, +3 to plank production. I'd only have to get 2 amber from you. That's so achievable. There you go, have some copper. I need to make some oil. Ooh. Sea marrow is also very easy for me to sell. Oh wow. 15 stone, 0 provisions. Never mind. That is by far the easiest thing for me to sell. 25 from that. I do really want to expand around this area as well. Eventually I'm going to want to break into a forbidden glade. Many more resources there, you see. First things first, I got a bunch of camps with no one in, and I got a bunch of people not doing anything. Those are two problems that I can fix at the same time. So let's hop to it. You know what, I'm gonna go for the negative 40 hostility from every ancient tablet, and I'm just gonna look for more ancient tablets. All workers have a 10% chance of producing double yields from every 2 completed dangerous and forbidden glade events. I think I've done 1 forbidden glade event. Sorry, 1 dangerous glade event, rather. I'd like to do more, just haven't. Now, a lot of those were building buildings to put new people in. So let's make sure I actually throw people into them. Otherwise, I have not really done anything. I really do need to break into some dangerous glades very suddenly. Oh, the insects are getting all ate up. Well, everyone's a lot less happy with me. So there's that. If I can get that clan hall, thank you. If I can get that clan hall up, I'll be fine. In fact, I don't even need it up because we've lowered our hostilities so much. So the negative 80 from the negative 40 from the archaeologists. What else have we done? I swear I've gotten even more hostility decrease outside of that. Oh, obviously it's not counting opening glades and negative 80 from the converted altar of decay, yeah. That'll do it. New storm. Ooh. I mean, I'm happy to get rid of some copper bars. Increases my relationship with Abitonia. Do want to do that as well. Although I probably want to get rid of sea marrow for a much better rate more. And then probably the packs of provisions go for stone after that. Newcomers. I can accept 3. Still can't do that right now. Ooh, but if you arrive with bricks, and you do, I'll be quite happy about it. Sacrifice a little bit of wood, and those bricks are going to go towards immediately making the clan hall. I'm running out of oil production, unfortunately. Businessmen. I've done 6 trade routes. That'll give me an additional 2 people. Clothier, lumber mill, provisioner, and weaver. I believe I have full, good generation of resources here. The main thing I don't have is the provisioner's ability to make barrels, and that's it. That's enough. That'll do it. That'll break a tie. That will make me relent. Because those barrels giving me the ability to make additional pickled goods is fundamental. Oh, I have a bunch of water skins right now, which means I should definitely get people in here starting the job. So that I can continue to feed everyone. Also, I should free up as many lizards as I possibly can. So that they can stand in their beloved clan hall next to the fire. They're also going to be giving a plus 100% greater yield to all camps. As well as giving brawling to both the foxes and the lizards. Should probably get a 3rd woodcutter's camp at this point as well. Woof. I have exactly enough to make a 3rd woodcutter's camp and then no more camps. I mean, admittedly, that does make me feel like I'm at good utilization, so. Hardly sad about it. Ooh, I don't have enough bags of provisions to sell 20 full stone. Do I dare? I'm not going to be able to make enough packs of provisions during this period of time to really tip the needle here, so I'll just sell those. That'll do well enough. But I should still stock some people so I can get some packs of provisions for later. Should also probably upgrade the mine soon. That said, I'm making really, really good planks. So I should use planks rather than the bricks in order to do it. Cannibalism. Gain 30 meat every time a villager dies. Or leaves. I think I want to go with training grounds. +1 to lizard result for every 70 training gear produced. Please tell me that's historic and it counts everything I've already done. No, it doesn't. That makes sense. Now, is it going to count the automatic production from the training gear delivery line? I suspect not. Worth getting some people in here to continue making incense, because people are going to be using that constantly. Yeah, I still don't have the ability to make fox houses, so that'll have to do. Upgrade the mine for more ore. Yep, knew this was coming. Although I'm going to need some more planks to be able to do it, so let's free up these people. Let them roam! I don't want to sell. That's so good. That's such a good rate for roots, though. Sell 85 roots, get 55 amber. How do you turn that down? I just don't think you do. Okay, granary. Drizzle water! That's great news, because I want the granary to produce as fast as it possibly can. So I'm going to install a rain engine there, And I'm also going to get a second automaton in the geyser pump. I can make crystallized dew as well. I just don't feel like I need to yet. I'm gonna make up to 100 porridge so that I don't starve quickly as soon as I finish making it. And in fact, also make up to 100 pickled goods at any one point in time, folks. That would do me grand. Forum Tavern, Alchemist's Hut, and Smokehouse. Forum would give us the ability to give leisure and education. I believe none of you like to be educated, and only the humans like to relax. The tavern at least would be +3 global resolve. I mean, the forum would also be +15% to chance of double yields. I mean, we would be above 50% chance of double yields during drizzle. Smokehouse, pottery, Alchemist's Hut, the ability to make tea? Which I can serve at the market. And it's a better production of crystallized dew. Honestly, Alchemist's Hut for those two reasons. And it's not hard. Welcome, Sothor. Have you ever seen someone with more money? Man, I really wish I could use that fungal guide. +1 to copper ore production's not bad, though. The Apothecary. Yeah, produces things I'm already okay at. Fuel consumption has increased by 25%. I think that's just worth getting right now. I also really want all of your planks, thank you. Give me all your pottery and your barrels. I'll take all your clothes as well. And your leather. What's that come to? Significantly less than I have? Cool. Cult of Fire, done the need for religion. Yahey. Time to break into a Forbidden Glade as well. At this point, I feel like I'm actually rounding the end of the game, so I'm just gonna buy a bunch more luxury resources for people to be able to consume, so they're all just blissed out the entire time, giving me extra resolve. T-Doctor. +5 to global resolve by running that T-Doctor. Second half, roll good. Don't have another area to put another hearth easily for full growth right now. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just need to design this one a little bit more. And now it is time to be lazy. Hello, Forbidden Glade. And hello to the Forbidden. So I could chase you away, or I could feed you. I've got enough insects to feed you as well. And if I do, all of my people get a penalty to their resolve. Only for the time that I'm working on you. And then I get 5 ancient tablets. The only problem is, realistically, if I did the other one, I would finish the game much faster. Much faster? I don't think it would actually be that much faster. But it would definitely be somewhat faster. Okay, so I guess barrel production just isn't taking as many copper bars as I assumed it might. Ooh, granary. Yep, never mind. I've already got the granary at higher speed. Cool. Take all you out of the furnace then. I feel like it's only appropriate to bust these open. Just because of the absurd amount of resources we have. Oh, another tea house is out here. Well, I'll be. Archaeology, unfortunately, will ask me to turn in ancient tablets, so I don't want to turn that in just yet. Realistically, if I just stop pausing for a while, I'll win. Also, I can just move one of these over in order to complete our decoration. Second half. Woohoo! This is with all of my gatherers having -22 to their resolve because I'm working on this mission. And I'm still pushing resolve. If I hit this button, the game ends. Done. I'm not gonna keep it going long in the tooth if it doesn't need to. Barren Lands. Win a game near the Barren Lands modifier. Also get 120 for the food stockpile, 30 for the machinery, 6 seal fragments, a bunch of experience. And I believe 2 royal resupplies. Do I have to do that now? Not necessarily. Okay, flooded mines. This region was heavily exploited by other viceroys. Hostility doesn't grow with each passing year, but you'll gain 2 more hostility points per villager. And that additional hostility scales based on the difficulty, so I have to imagine that's not just 2 additional hostility points per villager for us. Oof. I think I might want to just go with the Cursed Royal Woodlands with no modifiers next to it to the south here. There's a levitating monument up there, Forsaken God Temple, Ruins, Frost. No villagers will die when attacking a trader from the ruined armory. I wonder if that makes the best strategy, just attack the trader immediately, use the extra resources. I'm gonna take the meta resource from that and very likely go into the Cursed Royal Woodlands with no modifiers for the next run. Until then, though. My name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Top left is a series playlist for all of the content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation? Well, that's down below. Streaming past the names of the people who are generally supporting the blog on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays are above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Eloise. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.